Well, this isn't really to get everybody together for a town hall. This is, if anybody wants to ask, now's the time. Basically, this is an update on the Galleon, the ship herself, but I'll be doing this more in a mode of half for YouTube, half for Twitch. So if there's a question, a concern, we can address that. If not, though, that's too bad that moved on me. Will that stay? See if that'll stay. We'll see. But for the most part, this is intended to be done in one take, done for the Galleon channel itself, posterity, I suppose, and also something to put on YouTube for anyone over YouTube who happens to want to know what happened to the Galleon. So basically, we have been on hiatus for the past month. We had one more week, and we were going to return with new voyages to the Gaming Galleon. I was in West Virginia for about 2 weeks. Williamsburg, Virginia, for about 2 weeks on vacation. Thank you. It was a lot of fun. And good evening to you, Overcast Gecko. When I returned, I had an excellent trip. When I returned, I was told by Bismuth, the first mate of the crew, that while I was away, something devastating happened to the ship. Basically, we're not exactly sure how. Could be a number of ways. I don't know. Could have been a loose lantern. I don't know. Hot sun on a wooden boat. Even the. I mean, I'm personally. I'm kind of sticking to the cheap decade plus old Chinese parts that I had in the Navigator. In any event, there was a fire. Now, to give you an idea of where the fire was of the ship, I've actually got a visual aid. This is actually, and I was lucky to have it, but it's a little creepy because when you look at it, you'll wonder, did the creator know something we didn't? But anyway, this is made by my 4-year-old nephew, Quinn, for my birthday. Take a look at that. It's the Galleon. There she is. It's the Galleon. How about that, huh? And he's really not very far off, to be honest. Think of this as kind of like an 8-bit Galleon, if you will. But if you look here, if you look at how it's painted, that's when things get a little eerie. Because it's almost like he knew exactly where the worst parts of the damage on the ship were. You see all the yellow there? That is the entire captain's quarters. The drive shaft where the wheel sits, and then all the innards in between that connect the wheel to the rudder. Basically, the entire back end of the ship is ruined, and the deck itself is not good either. It was actually weakened to the point where we're considering that the mast may have to come down permanently, or at least until we decide what to do next. And that's the thing. Basically, we have no ship. We have no way to go anywhere. The captain's quarters are gone. Now, not everything that was in the captain's quarters is gone. That's mainly because when we do go on hiatus, I take some of the one of a kind pieces that are relative, not vital to the show, but are we're accustomed to them. The shit, I only have one good chest. The bag that tells no tales, obviously, the mailbag. The models of the ship that we open the show with, the tape recorder, and then finally the harp of transition. I always make sure to put all that stuff in the chest and bring it down to the hold, which is steel plated. If that's your question about the games are good. As I said, basically, this is ruined. This is basically gone. And the masks are going to take, I don't know if we're going to have to rebuild them or what. I'm pretty sure this whole deck has to be restructured, though. But inside the hold, that's steel plated. They're not even, no fire even got close to there. And even if it would, the ship, I've surmised, or I'm guessing that the ship, if it were to burn in deep water, would just drop the hold, into the murky depths of the Atlantic or the Pacific or wherever we end up, or the Galactic. So, what does that mean for us? I don't know yet. This just happened. I found out maybe 6 days ago. And basically have just kind of been. I'm not even sure it's hit me yet because I was already in hiatus mode. But now there's this scramble to figure out, can we sail? How do we sail? I mean, for now, we can do all the things we did on the galleon. We just can't do them on the galleon, and I know that's like having a warm popsicle. It's not really a popsicle. I'm gonna stream. Mary, I'm sure is gonna want to stream too. I didn't really tell Mary what happened, but I told her something big happened, and want to thank her for being there, so I could at least feel like I was informing somebody before I talk to you guys. This video is going to go at the end of the vodcast. So all the shows are going to run. Over vacation, luckily, we were finally able to archive every show into the vodcast. I'd say about 80% of them are running now. We've got the other 20% ready to go, and we'll be dropping those in probably late next week. And then I'm going to drop this at the end. And we're just going to let the vodcast ride. And I think I can, continue to do pickups and continue to tell you guys stories. I still have, I had I think I had 3 shows already in my head by the end of my first real day of vacation, my first real day of adventure. And I know from the experience of doing this show that if they aren't done at the right, if those shows aren't done at the right time, they'll never happen. And it's really heartbreaking to think that. I remember on a few occasions having a show planned, having a voyage planned, and then something in the real world coming up, and thinking, geez, if I don't take advantage of what's going on, with the relevance of this time now, that what I wanted to express. I think my friend had Andrea, her 40th birthday. That comes to mind. That's one that I'll never have another chance at. Or I think there was a Star Trek Well, they probably still have Star Trek movies. Oh, the 25th anniversary of Star Trek. I mean, stuff like that, you know. So I have shows in my head right now. I have voyages. We have adventures to go on, but we got no ship. I mean, we kind of talked. The crew has kind of talked us to, you know, experts, I guess, people who think they know how to build, um, the back of the ship, the masts, and we even think that there's a good chance, at least Mary does, and I tend to believe her. The parts that we used to make the Navigator, that was a long time ago, and they were weird and they were unregulated, and I think that was kind of part of the components to create the magic of what the Navigator could do. She seems to believe that, hey, magic may be magic, but uh, technology's had 15 years. Maybe there's something here in America that can do it. And we won't really ever know until we build another Navigator, pop her in the newly built captain's quarters, throw on a hat and a trench coat, and pick a game. I don't know how long it's going to be, guys. I don't. Overcast Gecko is asking, so wait, there was an actual boat you streamed from? Of course. It's the Gaming Galleon. Have you not seen the show? Yeah. I mean, that's how we got to where we went, my friend. A tiny little tub of adventure. I don't have much else to say about it. I know there aren't many people here in the chat. People come and go through the mess hall of the Gaming Guy, and they're used to that. They're not used to all coming in a crowd when I go live. They're used to me being there with a silly hat on my head and a story on my lips. So I'm not going to draw this out too much longer. Overcast Gecko says, I had no idea it was a boat. I always thought that the show took place in just a room on land. Aren't you streaming from Indianapolis? Is there water there? Well, yeah, there is. There's not. I mean, there are rivers, but the ship has air balloons. So I mean, we've been to places that don't have water. We've even got some impulse if we got to hit out of the stratosphere. We're not fast, but we're resilient. As for am I streaming from Indianapolis? Yes. And until further notice, we're stuck in Indianapolis because I am no longer the captain of a pirate ship. I'm just another gamer. I'm the gamer that I was before that faithful night where I played a very infamous match of Street Fighter against a guy who maybe had a drink too many when betting. I don't have that ship anymore. I mean, we got the ship. We're gonna keep working at it. We'll get it back. It's just like I feel like the more we sit, the less adventure we have left. We've got some kitty from the crew. I've got some kitty socked away. We're just going to have to continue to talk and figure out how to get the Navigator back up and build the ship. I don't know. Christmas? I'm not sure. I have no. It's just me throwing out a number, a time. Target date. I don't have one. I don't have a target date. I mean, I don't know, Mayor. I know we can continue to give you guys live content, and we can continue to run the shows we have. And little by little, we're working on it as a team. So unless anyone has anything else they are curious about, want to bring up, I will wrap this up. And if you know anything about me, you know I'm not going to leave it on a dark note. Because I've been pretty beat up about this. I've been playing a lot of video games. Maybe no one has really noticed. Mary and I have been playing a lot, and it's helped. But I've been pretty distressed. I was really distressed about today. I don't want this. Is I feel like I've been dreading this all week, all weekend, all week. Just saying this, admitting it, because it's as soon as I say it to you guys, it's really happening. Part of me feels like, man, maybe I should have just went dark, done everybody a favor. But I want to keep you guys in the know. We're a crew. And that's where things sit. But I'm positive. I'm in a positive mood tonight. And I'll tell you why. I was only a few hours from this broadcast, and I was thinking about it hard, and I tucked into a thrift store. And if you've caught any of the later shows, you'll notice that our mug that we sing farewell and adieu with was broken. Now we've still been using it despite the jagged edges around the lip, because it's tradition, and more than tradition, the cup is far from replaceable. This wasn't your normal run of the mill. Find it sitting on somebody's shelf in like a glass cabinet Stein. This was a novelty size Stein. I mean, I challenge you to find a mug taller than this thing. It was relatively. It was like a cylinder, basically. I would say it's about the size of those bank cylinders you use to cash your check and send it up through the pipes into the bank. Can we help anything to rebuild the ship? I don't know. Mary, she's thinking about the Navigator because that's her world. She grew up in IT, and I know Hodor has caught a little bit of wind of this, and I don't know, maybe he knows something about computers. That's kind of the route we're going right now, is thinking about who can build a computer. I can't. I can, run a ship. I can run a show. I can carry a tune, but I can't make a PC. So right now I'm just raising a little capital. And I'm also dealing with Gen Con, this big convention. It's this weekend. It's like the biggest convention of the year. I really want to have fun. I really want to enjoy it. So I'm not totally focused to the nose to the grindstone yet. That's going to hit next Monday. Until then, we're just going to have some fun. We're going to do some streams probably. And then I will be very spotty from Thursday to Sunday because of Gen Con, stream-wise. And then Monday will hit. That's when I start to really assess what we have, what we don't have, and what we need. So I don't know, TerraTech. I'm not sure at this point, but I appreciate you asking. If you guys can do anything, I'll let you know. But Mary says she'll stream. Thank you, Mary. That's great. So we'll continue to try and give you guys some live content. I know it's more conventional than you're used to around here, but if you're missing something from the Galleon content-wise, tell me. Man, can we do another pickup video? Hey, I've got a question I'd like you to answer. And I think since maybe what we can do is send a little more YouTube's way. Put a YouTube question up now and then. put a pickup video up now and then. I'm not sure if I'm going to incorporate that stuff into vodcasts. I think we'll keep the show, keep the guy in sailing 24 hours when we're off the air. I think it's only right. This is the only video I will put at the end so that everyone knows where things stand. Try to shoot some donations to help with the Navigator. I don't know. I don't know if I'm there yet. Like I said, it's really early. I'm gonna get serious about this next week. I just want to keep you guys in the know. I couldn't, I didn't want to leave it any longer. You guys need to know what happened, and I'm basically just gonna put this up on YouTube, let it breathe for a week. We'll do regular streaming, and then from there, really try and decide what's gonna happen. So, for now, the crew's just kind of cleaning up, tinkering away, and in the meantime, we'll think about the Navigator. So I think that's it. Unless there's anything else, I don't think so. So let's leave it there for now. I want to thank everybody who's watched the show, who continues to watch the show, who has faith in the good guys that we will return. And if you need any other encouragement as to a good omen, after months of looking, today I happen to find this in a thrift store. Would you look at that? That's not messing around. Look at the handle. And just like the one-of-a-kind mug that we had for so long, it even is engraved right on the bottom there. Let's get the tag off. It was a fair price, $6. So it's a fair price, especially for what we need. And even where it says right there, To Mother. By Nedra. All the way back in 1970. This baby's almost 50 years old. How about that, huh? So anyway, stay true to heart. Keep your imaginations running. Don't worry. We're going to get through this, okay? So until next time. How well and adieu to ye fair Spanish maidens. How well and adieu, ye ladies of Spain. For we received orders for to game on the galleon, and lo, nevermore shall we see ye again. Keep your powder dry, my friends.